Exact moment Muslim host realizes Islamist women are monsters. What? This is okay.
ان شاء الله يكونوا من الموحدين ينشرب ويقطعون رؤوسهم ان شاء الله ازود لسه على ازود كمان او الراس هو اللي حطه والله هو اللي يشيله.
يقطعون راس منو؟
الكفار المرتدين كل مين يخون دينه كل مين يمشي غلط.
Yeah, that is in the script though. Anyone who betrays the religion, yeah, that is a part of the actual thing.
This journalist interviews a woman from ISIS, and you will not believe what she has to say.
أنت من العراق؟
أنا سورية وزوجي عراقي، الحمد لله، دولة الإسلام، العراق والشام، وأني أفتخر بهالشيء. أني أفتخر. وأما أني مشان أولادنا نسأل الله يكونوا من الموحدين ينشرب ويقطعون رؤوسهم إن شاء الله أزود لسه على أزود كمان أو الراس هو اللي حطه والله هو اللي يشيله.
يقطعون راس منو؟
الكفار المرتدين كل مين يخون دينه كل مين يمشي غلط.
Yeah, it's just insane, man. For people like this woman, like, I feel like there are no boundaries.
The thing is, it's an occult mindset. It's an occult mindset. It's something that they truly believe is justified. That's the reason why you can't have people like this traveling to another nation, because they truly don't have a concept between right and wrong. They don't, because everything in their sacred text is always seen as above the law. Like, again, honor killings or like killing someone who betrays the faith, all that stuff is seen as justified. Absolutely, 100%. And there's no convincing them otherwise. There is no, like, especially for like women who get emotionally invested and kind of commit to doing like heinous things, can never exit that kind of mindset. Like the whole thing with there was a church in Texas, I think it was a Mormon church in Texas, where the mothers would sacrifice their daughters to the pastor who claimed to be like this divine entity, and he would sleep with the little children. And then the mothers can never leave the faith, because if they ever left, he's in prison, of course, and the mothers still go to visit their Lord and Savior in prison, because he's their divine leader. And the reason why is because they can never tell themselves that they did something wrong, because the second they do, they are going to end their own lives. Because to be someone that literally puts your child through such a devastating thing, and to know it was wrong, is one of the worst outcomes. So they literally psychologically destroy themselves in order to convince themselves that they did something right. And I'm pretty sure, like I remember watching The Diplomat, and they had a scene where they had the little boy shoot the mother that was running away. Because it was, you have to do these things at a young age. You have to do something that's absolutely heinous, because they'll never be able to walk away. They will never be able to walk away and feel like, oh my gosh, I did something absolutely monstrous, because it's hard for someone to rationalize. It's hard for civilized people to rationalize monstrous acts. It really is difficult, which is why you have to shut off that part of your brain. That's why in certain demographics and certain societies and cults and extremists, they try to shut that down at a young age. They really do. Because that's the only way to get people this brain-dead, this moronic.
When it comes to...
Not him, but the woman.
How you see the world, how you want to live in the world. She literally isn't showing a fucking lick of skin. Gloves, like, it's like some Star Wars shit. We had, so Jonathan Sacerdoti posted this, and I'm going to add a little piece here on the screen of something he said on X. She says that heads must be cut off again and again. The journalist asks her whose heads should be cut off. She does not hesitate. All infidels, anyone who betrays their religion, and anyone who walks the wrong path. In her worldview, there is no outside. The definition is deliberately broad. It covers non-Muslims, Muslims who dissent, and anyone who fails to conform. As we witness the release of thousands of ISIS terrorists who were imprisoned in camps in Syria, we should pay attention. We should pay close attention, wherever we are in the world. This will not remain contained. This will come to threaten us all. They did not spend their time in detention learning Western values, peace, or tolerance. They became more and more extreme. This is an ideology that believes in death and beheading for anyone who does not submit to its extreme beliefs, including other Muslims. These people will help to revive terror cells. They will exacerbate instability in Syria and Iraq. And in time, that instability and that violence will reach our own countries and our own cities in the West. When someone tells you that they want to behead you, listen. It's kind of like when we had to learn this really hard lesson from Hamas. It's like when they tell you that they want to come and kill you, you should listen. When Hamas puts in their charter that their goal is to destroy the state of Israel, you should listen. When they tell you that they're going to come,
Yeah, well, the thing is, like these, like, who were the first people targeted? Like, again, all these hateful groups, even the Nazis. The Nazis first took over Germany and targeted their own people, the Jewish people in their own nation. The same thing with like Hamas. He's talking about the terror organization in Palestine. They use their own people as shields, as body shields, as they shot on Israeli shoulders. And Israeli shoulders shot back. Both sides are absolutely wrong. But the thing is, oh my gosh, it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Like these terror organizations are absolutely monstrous. They need to be eradicated. They need to be eradicated. Oh, good. We are done with that Coke video. Yeah, the thing is, like, these heinous organizations that don't seem to understand rational thought need to be eradicated. The ones who are willing, because it's for the greater good, willing to sacrifice their own people, their own children as body shields in order to get a shot out to take out someone else, need to be eradicated. They need to be completely removed from society. Isn't Sharia under indirect American occupation? If U.S. wants, they can dismantle the entire ISIS structure within, Syria border. Yeah, honestly. But that's the thing. The U.S. doesn't... I don't get it. The reason why we took Venezuela is we want the oil, and we've openly stated that. So yeah, at least we openly are honest about it this time. But the thing is like when it comes to something that's not so close to our borders, it is more difficult. It is more difficult. Like we had soldiers in the Middle East for far too long. We have no say there. It's not our backyard. It's not our playground. I don't even believe we should be involved in like Israel, Palestine. It's not our responsibility. It is not our responsibility. But apparently we're there. Bless you. Apparently we're there, and apparently we have stakes there. I don't know. I don't know the entire geopolitical situation. All I know is that it was formed after World War II to have Jewish people have a home to go to since they were scattered around the world. And what's funny is a lot of the extremist organizations are happy that they're all going to one place because then they can eradicate them all at once. And they've been on record saying that.
and rape your women and rape your children and film it and videotape it and then show all their family and friends back at home and call their fathers when they successfully kill a bunch of Jews and gloat it because that's what they've been training for since they were a kid, you should believe them. Why would you not believe anybody that talks like that? What did we see a few months ago in Bondi Beach, Sydney, Australia? Were we not supposed to believe them? Were we not supposed to believe the Hezbollah terrorists that said that we're going to join the entire liberation movement and fire a bunch of rockets at Israel? Was that all fake? Should the Houthi rebels, meanwhile, while they're idiots, should we not believe them because they've successfully done damage? Should we not believe the IRGC when they say they don't only just want Israel and America, but that they're doing it to their own people right now at the scale of 40 to 50,000 people? Should we not believe them? When should we believe? That's my question. The anti-Western people, when should we believe?
My wife says we should ask the white women when we should believe them. Oh my gosh. Which is funny because in New York, not that long ago, there was a protest out on the side of the streets screaming, "We stand with Hamas." What? How far gone has America, how far has America fallen where people are protesting in the state, in the city where a terrorist attack happened and 3,000 plus innocent lives were lost, as well as some firefighters trying to save lives were lost? How is it in that city, not 20 years later, that people are praising a terror organization who actively tries to take out innocent civilians? It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. People don't seem to have a concept. The thing is like a lot of people in the West are so used to like their comfort, so used to their cushy lives that they can't fathom that there is such hateful people out there. They just can't. I mean, they constantly scream race, they constantly scream sexist, they constantly scream this stuff, but in the end, they can't truly fathom this kind of stuff happening. They just can't. You can really just view every war as economic positioning. Yeah, primarily it's the small nations, and India's been prey to this continuously throughout its span. Well, since the world's become more modernized, India has been India and most smaller nations. India's getting bigger now, so it's not going to be much of an issue. But pawns to the world powers. The smaller nations are pawns to the world powers. That's just how it is. That's exactly how it is. It's always been that way, including the Indian hate movement. Yeah. Haves, and haves and have-nots, positioning and frauding socialist plight, etc. When it's all land and resources. In the end, yeah, it's all land and resources, and the ones with the power will be the haves and take it from the ones that don't have. That's just how it's always been. That's why I'm all for like India trying to push itself into a first world. I mean, India's rushing that, like speed running it. Absolutely. It's going to stumble a lot and fast track its moronic generation. It just is. It just is. With social media and everything, India is going to fast track its moronic generation. Just give it 5 to 10 years, and you would have caught up with America's idiocy, with the following generation. But it's just like at the same time, it's just like I'm all for nations being prideful in their nations, and I'm against people trying to force other nations, other world powers to do things. Because in the end, if your nation isn't strong enough, guess what? The sad thing is you have to beg. You have to plead. You have to do that. The U.S. is getting what it wants because it's basically strong-arming and bullying other nations. Is that great? No. Is that going to cause harm to the U.S. in the long run? But odds are very highly. Very highly. But it's just what they can do. It's just what they can do. Mondamini literally speaks in Arabic, says Allah Akbar and ISIS chant before blowing up the towers 9/11. I don't know about that. I just know he's destroying New York. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, the white girls were praising and thinking Sharia law should be implemented in New York City. It's insane. It's insane. The society is completely brainwashed.
When should we be aware? When should we be nervous? When should we have a red flag up? When should we be like, oh, wait, hold on a second. There's something coming. Is that what free Palestine from the river to the sea means? Is that what globalize the intifada means? So we shouldn't believe then? To what extent? To what extent are we going to have to comb through and take a look at all of this clear data showing that the extreme Islamic approach to trying to liberate people across the world for the sake of a religious and ideal...
Yep, that's why I fell in love with India. I think the most oppressed nation and economy by far. That's why I also root for China. These two are economic giants before America, etc., started drifting, playing dirty. Oh, yeah. Well, the only reason I'm involved in India is because I love it because my wife's from there. That's literally it. Like I've always said, like if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't care. And there's nothing wrong with me being honest about that because, well, I live in America. I should be America first, right? When we have a house in India, I will be India second because we would have our primary house in the U.S. So it'd be like America first, India second, unless we started to like live full time in India, then it would be India first. There's nothing wrong with that kind of mindset. There really isn't. And that's the thing. It's just like people need to be honest with themselves. Like, why do they believe what they believe? Why do they feel what they feel? Why? There's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But you have to be honest with yourself first and foremost. You have to be honest with yourself and just know that not everyone will see eye to eye. Like, I love America. Is America doing everything right? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm born here. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be an American, and I believe the law should be upheld. I don't believe borders should be open to everyone. I believe the visa system, since I've been going through it personally, since my father came here legally, needs to be revised. needs to absolutely be revised and make it and streamline it, make it easier, but at the same time, far better than it was before. That's just what needs to happen. That's just what needs to happen.
Political ideology is, in essence, terror. It is terror. It's synonymous with terror. This is why you've had university students in America tell other university students that, yes, Hamas is ISIS. Not the same organization, but they fall under the same umbrella. Radical, extremist, jihadism. Tomato, tomato. It's the same difference. Thank you so much for all your support. Links below to help support me in what I'm doing. Here's a note from me.
Here are 4 ways you can help us grow if you believe in our mission. On Buy Me a Coffee. And
okay, and buy him a coffee in the meantime. Yeah, it's the whole thing that's going on is insane. Absolutely insane. But like the world is very dark, but you have to know where you stand. You have to know where you stand, and you have to be willing to accept other perspectives, but you also can't be it's my way or no way. It has to be like how I always viewed it. Anytime my candidate didn't win the election, all right, there's always 4 years from now. There's always the mids. There's always something. There's no, oh, my world is ending. The problem is a lot of people think their world is ending in the U.S. because Trump was elected. Why? It's a 4-year term. And people forget that there used to be no term limit put on the presidency. That happened after World War II, after FDR had used the war in order to stay in office for 16 years. Of course, he died in his 4th term, but that would have been 16 years in total if he didn't die in his 4th term. It was just like, no, we can't have that. We can't have someone that literally stays in office forever. Because then another president would start a war and just use the war as an excuse. Europe, including America, has to severely weakened and been literally dominant for 400 years now. Yeah. America has been weak for a long period of time. It's only gaining its strength back now because Trump is basically bullying everything else because we have all the power. But because of that, America is going to lose power in the long run due to the fact that it's going to lose its allies and going to prove that it doesn't need anyone else, that they're going to start going to somebody else.
You guys got a video?
Yeah.
So bad.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.